Welcome back. It is Tuesday, and we're trying out a totally new type of segment. Tag along as we take turns telling the team two truths and a tall tale, which tales are true and which is a trick.
Is
a lot of twisting and turning. Thank you, producer Jake.
A lot of alliteration.
Yes, a lot.
A lot of the T's. Okay, so Kelly wants me to go first.
I want you to go first.
So here's the premise, guys. I am going to tell 3 stories of my life.
Okay.
And these just all happen to be about my childhood. So I'm going to tell 3 stories. You have to tell which one is not true, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to walk over to the 2 truths and a tall tale area. I don't know what to call this area.
All right.
Okay. My first story, guys. As you know, my grandparents lived in Washington State, and my grandpa was a preacher of a church. Well, their house was an amazing house that I loved. Anyway, they had a driveway that went down to the church. It was a parsonage. And then they had a separate driveway that went for the buses, for the bus ministry. Well, in between the 2 driveways was this plot of land with tall trees. And to us, me and my cousins, Shauna and Shree and Sonia, we thought it looked like an island. So we said, hey, let's go on the island and pretend that the dirt roads are water, and let's play Gilligan's Island. So we get to play in this area, and I'm Gilligan, and we're playing Gilligan's Island. And what do you know, as we're playing, I start screaming bloody murder. Turns out I had stepped on a beehive and got stung all over my body, and my cousin Shauna starts laughing at me, but then when she sees I'm really in pain, runs to get Grandma. I had bee stings all over my face and body, and my eyes were swollen shut.
Okay, and that's why you went first, because mine is totally not a big old long story like that.
Okay, my second, so that was the first story at my grandparents' house. Second one, in Texas, I have a cousin named Cinnamon and Tyler. And so we went to go visit them on their land. And they had cute little, I don't know what you call them, like dirt bikes. Like dirt bikes, they were motorized, but not motorcycles, but like dirt bikes. And I was kind of afraid of it because I had never ridden, and you have to control everything with your hands. So I get on mine, and I'm driving. My brother's on one, I'm on one. And I drive, and I can't figure out how to stop it. So I slide and flip it, and it lands on me, and I'm laying there like this. And my cousin Cinnamon runs up to me. She goes, Jeremy, are you dead? And I said, no, Cinnamon, I'm not, but I'm in a lot of shock and a lot of pain right now. Can you go get my mom? Thank you, cousin Cinnamon. In my third story, when I was in 1st grade, I went to a school named Weaver, and I had a teacher named Miss Gray. At the end of school, I knew my mom was coming to pick me up. So I got my book bag, and I went outside, and I waited in front of the school. Well, as I was waiting there, I'm only in 1st grade, I had to go potty. So I go back, and the school door is locked, so I'm knocking on the door. And this teacher, principal assistant comes to the door, says, what do you need? And I said, I need to go potty, please let me go potty. She goes, no, you know the rules. Once you leave the school after school, you cannot get back in. I was like, but I gotta go potty. She would not let me in. So I went on the patio, I squatted down with my book bag and peed my pants in front of the school. And there was a trail of pee going down to the driveway, and then my mom pulls up, and I'm like, I take my book bag to cover my front, I'm walking to mom, my mom was like, what happened? I was like, they wouldn't let me back in the school, and I peed my pants.
Okay. I feel like I know what is the, what
you can ask questions.
I have to ask questions. Do you have questions to ask? You go ahead. You go ahead. I've already made up my mind what's true and what's not true.
I think I might know. I have just a guess, but I don't know if you're going to say. Why don't you ask?
Ask some questions about the stories then, if you have.
The stories were pretty self-explanatory. I don't know.
It's pretty detailed.
A lot of detail.
I think I'm more shocked that you have a cousin named Cinnamon.
I do. I really do.
And I'm trying to.
I remember you saying that.
I love that. I actually did. That's great. I love that name. I thought that might have been. I was like, did Jeremy?
So he does have a cousin named Cinnamon.
I do have a cousin named Cinnamon.
True. Okay.
So are you going to guess which story is true or not?
Do we each have a guess? Is that what?
We each have a guess.
Sure.
Do you have one?
I think the dirt biking story
is what?
Is false.
Okay.
I think your first
concur that the
dirt bike story. Mm-hmm. Are you ready for the actual tall tale?
Yes.
The tall tale. What? The tall tale. Okay, and Jake, our producer, guesses the third story about peeing my pants outside the school. The actual tall tale is the beehive story.
Oh, really?
So that story of us playing Gilligan's Island is true.
I knew that was true.
But my cousin Shauna is the one who stepped in the beehive. I did not, and I laughed at Shauna.
Oh,
Shauna stepped in it and her whole body was covered, her eyes swelled shut. We were just playing Gilligan's Island. It is true, I did flip a dirt bike, and my cousin Cinnamon said, "Are you dead?" And at every holiday, we greet each other with, "Are you dead?"
Oh, that's so funny.
And then I honestly did Weaver Elementary, first grade, peed my pants in front of the school because they would not let me back in.
Well, I believed that story, and I did know that you loved Gilligan's Island, and I knew that that would be something you would do.
And we really did do that. The part that wasn't true is it was my cousin Shauna who got stung, not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. 2 truths and a tall
All
tale.
right.
All right, Kelly, you're up.
Now, but
I got sick on the nurse's shoes in elementary school.
Oh, really? Don't tell us that now.
Oh, you gotta
save that
save
for
your
next
story.
week.
Oh, man. Well, I guess I can't use that story now.
Now, Jeremy,
Gosh,
here's
dang
the
it.
thing. This is why you went first, because I just wrote a sentence out.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell the story, so I'm going to let you.
Oh, I thought I had to tell the story. Sorry, I just told my story.
So I'm going to let
it was
you
too
guys.
long to write out.
I'm going to let you guys.
We didn't establish any rules. If the stories are shorter, then that person has to be able to stand up to your questions.
Right. That's what I
Oh.
thought we were going to do. Ask more questions.
Gotcha. Well, here, we'll ask a lot of questions.
Okay, so no worries.
Go to
All
you.
right.
Okay.
So when I read the first one, you'll ask questions on that. And
What if you read all three
Okay.
first and then watch questions?
Number 1, I was driving on the streets at age 11.
Okay.
Number 2, when I was 8 years old, I had 6 cats, 4 dogs, a guinea pig, and a rabbit.
Okay.
Number 3, my brother Jason was born at my house in Rogersville.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait. Okay. What was the
See
first
all
one
these,
again?
Kel.
Okay, you can see all my.
You were driving it.
I was driving on the roads at age 11.
Okay. What car were you driving at 11?
I was driving a Chevy Impala.
Okay. And when your brother Jason was born at your house, how old were you?
Let's see. I was 8.
And he was born in your house. By a doctor?
Nope.
A midwife?
Nope.
Your mama just had the baby?
Nope.
Who delivered him?
My mom called the neighbor to come deliver my
Okay.
brother.
And what was the second one about the animals?
Okay. Well, when I was 8, we had 6 cats, 4 dogs, a guinea pig, and a rabbit. We called Thumper.
I'm stumped.
Because I know you did live in Rogersville, and we have a lot of animals, us people in Rogersville. Because I live in Rogersville. Who took care of the animals?
Mostly me and sometimes my brothers. I was more the caregiver.
I'm stoned. I have no idea.
I
have a feeling I know which one it is, but I don't know for
The
sure.
third one?
I was going to say it was the first one.
Or driving 11?
Yeah, driving at 8.
No, 11.
Oh, 11.
when I was
Then that makes all the difference.
Okay, when I was 8, I think when my brother was born, and I was 8 when we had all the animals.
But you were 11 when you started driving around Rogersville.
I mean, I could see that. I feel like.
I hope I can't get arrested now.
Look, that might be deterring us. There's a statute. Rogersville Police. Okay, I'm going to say the false is the tall tale. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm glad you guys are stumped.
Yeah, we're
That's
stumped.
good.
Kelly, you did good. I think that's why, because all these can be very true.
Yeah.
Extremely true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you had that many animals. I don't know.
I know there's a lot of animals.
I almost trust you driving and having your mom deliver your
Okay,
brother.
what if you take one and I'll take your brother?
I think 2. I'm going to say 2.
2,
Kel.
okay.
Number 2 is not true.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I'm saying number 3 is not
Okay,
true.
TJ says when I was 8 years old, I had 6 cats, 4 dogs, a guinea pig, and a rabbit. And you say what?
I think driving. I'm going to go with driving.
Okay. TJ is correct. Number 2, when I was 8 years old, I did not have 6 cats, 4 dogs, a guinea pig, and a rabbit. My brother was born at home, and I was driving on the roads at age 11.
I should have gone with my gut with 2 because I was like, your mom is not going to allow those pets.
All right, that was fun. Yay!
Okay, next week, guys, I'm sorry. I'll just write a sentence.
Okay, well,
I just had a
Yeah.
story.
I wasn't sure if I did it right or
No.
what. I didn't
Well, your
know.
stories were very. That's the
TJ,
thing,
you
you're
can
very
join
believable.
us with your stories.
Well, here's the
I'll
thing,
do that.
because I wanted my
Yeah.
stories to convey how they could have been true.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they were. They felt very. I was like, all these things could have happened to you.
Yeah.
All right, don't go anywhere. Coming up, it's this or that, this or that. It's time for this or that.
That's right.
In the next
Or
time.
that. Or that.
That.
Your stories were all very believable.
But they-
I didn't think you'd ever ride in a